Let's do this. Going against Lily. Turn 1 Ragavan. Here we go. Can the monkey do it? Mono black discard. Mono black kills. Pretty chill. Chill monkey. Okay, let's just temple then. Monastery Mentor is pretty excellent against Liliana because if they ever make a sack a creature, then we could potentially sack one of these monks we make. Bob Monkhouse. Monk. Monkey. Whoa, that's interesting. Monkey and monk tribal deck. Can you imagine that? Monkey and monk. That sounds like a comedy duo or some kind of detective crime duo. Monkey and monk. Love it. We have 5 mana already. Love it. Let's get ourselves a blue source here. And I think the Monastery Mentor is going to make it very, very tough. Very tough for them. Because although Lily can target our hand, I guess, by no means is this over though, because I can just kill the Monastery Mentor here or something. But the Bitter Blossom blockers for our Bloomin' Monkey are also really good. I mean, they've got some good things too, you know. Bitter Blossom is going to slow us down. Mind Spike. Alright, sure. Here comes the discard. I wonder if they're scared of the Planeswalker the most or the removal. I'm not too bothered about the Planeswalker. We already have one in the command zone, which is a bit more versatile anyway. So there goes the removal for 1 Planeswalker. We still have Bolt and a Bounce and many things we can do here. They're going to reveal their hand. Alright, you know what? You cheeky bastard. You want to play cheeky beggars, do you? Bloody discard tribal. Oh. Annoying. Stop making decisions. I want to do the decisions around here. Yeah, you heard. Told you before. Once a discard player gets to your hand, their deck doesn't do anything. Target player discards 2 cards. Oh, the irony. Something them apples. It's not nice, is it, to have discarded things, is it? Is it? Is it? Cool artwork though. Some kind of weird dude just like offering up like some spaghetti bolognese. Right. They're down to 13 as well. Like, what's gonna happen? If they have a board wipe, then yes, that would be annoying. However, we have Narset. We have a Hulk. They have a cave Hulk. They have a cave. Can you imagine that? They went into the Mines of Moria and they're like, they have a cave. Ah, as if they got board wipe. We can actually, we can keep the Mentor because we can make him 3 toughness. Sadly, we do not have another spell. Otherwise, we could have saved all of our guys. Look at this, and by playing her, we get another monk. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's just draw a card. Ooh, we can even play that. Look at that. Absolute perfection. The curve of the gods. The curve of the gods. Beautiful. Monastery Mentor coming in hot with the Monkey Monk Tribal. Monkey Monk Tribal for the win. Oh, look at the beautiful, beautiful artworks. Another kill spell. Ah, but we have another walker, my friend. Cheeky buggers. Cheeky. My goodness. They've had a surprisingly lucky amount of board wipes, I have to say. Do we keep this up? Nah, we just play it out. Make the discard completely useless. Perfectly adequate 3 mana removal. Perfectly adequate 4 mana removal. Perfectly adequate win from MTG Josh. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at Narset of the Ancient Way, which is a bit of a forgotten commander, I think, in many ways, because I think the power level has changed, but in a confusing way, and I'll explain in a minute. She feels like she should be weaker, but upon playing this deck, she is in the upper tiers. Now, I'm not sure 100% if that's because of her specifically, or because of the cards I actually have in the deck. I've tried to find a balance. I don't want it to be in hell queue, but sadly, it does seem to be in the upper echelons. And I'm not sure on the weighting of this card. Someone might have to tell me below, but yeah, the matchups are pretty tough. Having said that, this is a very interesting build because this is actually pretty much a counterless Jeskai control build. And you'll notice when you play the queue, most counter builds, most control builds have counter spells. So you won't see. Pretty sure there's none in here, but it just makes for a very interesting type of deck. It's just a bit different, and the reason for that is it's a lot more aggressive. I think the pitfall that people fall into when they see a control build is they just cram the deck full of counter spells. Now, though counter spells are fairly effective depending on the skill level of the player, I think they just induce this toxic kind of level of gameplay that people don't really enjoy. And this deck is more akin to the Magic I like, which is more like chess, where everyone is allowed to have pieces, but you get to resolve them and you get to see what happened. Like, there's a lot of removal, yes, granted, but I think it's a lot more interesting to have proactive control rather than reactive. For a lot of reasons, there's a lot of counter spells that just feel like people just use them whenever they want. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, this is a pretty powerful deck, and the queue seems to think so as well. So if you've not seen this Narset, she basically ramps for +1 mana of any kind during your turn, only to cast uncreature spells, and you gain 2 life. The gaining 2 life is a really nice added cherry on top. -2 basically says draw a card, then you may discard a card. If you do discard a non-land card this way, she deals damage to creature or planeswalker. That can be quite nice to kill something. Like, you get 2 of those before she dies, which is pretty epic. And then you have the -6, which is the Pièce de Resistance. You get an emblem, cast on creature spell, you deal 2 damage to any target, which is quite nice. I think the balance is fairly decent. Her ultimate is good. It's not as good as Chandra's ultimate, which is whenever you cast any spell, deal 5. It's interesting how they kind of got to this point. I think Chandra is a much stronger planeswalker, which is weird because she's mono red. But yeah, her ultimate is just crazy. Granted, she comes in at 4 loyalty, ticks up, and goes to 7. So 7 is a bit harder to get to, but yeah, she's just crazy. So yeah, it's pretty much a Jeskai control build without counters. Some of the finishes we want to use, I really want to try and use the new Rite of the Dragon Caller. Cast an instant sorcery spell, you create a 5/5 dragon. That's just lunacy. I really want to get this off and see if we can do that. But we also have the new Niv as well, which I think would be cool to see how he rocks up. And I want to also stress how good Torpor Orb is in the meta in this high tier, because you'll be facing some really powerful things. I faced a Golos recently, Atraxa. Not every deck, but a lot of them have ETBs, and our deck barely cares about them. We have like Claim Jumper and we have the Lord Warhound, but I honestly don't care too much. If we're stopping there doing crazy stuff, then it's totally worth having a Torpor Orb in the deck. So yeah, it's yeah, take a look at the deck list yourself. I'm not going to go through every card because people don't like massively long deck lists, but yeah, just enjoy today's videos. If you want to support me, like, subscribe, all that usual stuff. And if you want to get your own custom video, please visit my Patreon page where you can get a custom video after you support me. Or Ko-fi, you can donate any one-off amount, and that's really helps the channel, so thank you so much. Also, one thing I would suggest adding to this deck is high Fade Trickster, Flash, Fly. Give your spells, all of your spells, Flash. This is a really cool new addition to the deck from Foundation, so I recommend just popping that in. It's pretty much any control deck. It is absolutely awesome. How can I deny such a beautiful starting hand? Yawgmoth is, I'm going to say it, it's one of the decks that we keep facing. Playing Narset, there's 2 or 3 times I've seen this now, which is weirdly a matchup I'm actually quite happy to see, because Yawgmoth cares about removing creatures, but we don't really have many, so... Do we just kill that? I think we do. Just get rid of any kind of obstructions that we have here. And yes, they can return it from... So they can pay black after committing crime to return it from the grave to the battlefield. Fair enough. But if they kill this with a 1 mana spell, pay the 1 mana here, Okay, interesting. So they're going to get rid of a card in our hand. Probably the Teferi, I guess. Got 2 removal spells for their Yawgmoth. Oh, that feels so invasive. I think the longer someone's spent in your hand on Thoughtseize, the worse it feels. I mean, it's like a home invasion, right? Someone's standing in your house. The longer they're in your house looking, rummaging through your things, it's like, oh, gross. Okay. So I guess we're going to get Narset next turn. The fact that I didn't get rid of Teferi is insane. Truly insane. I guess they have more removal for us. Wow, they let us draw a card. So they take a they get rid of a card, but then they give us one back. Right, we're going to get rid of that Bitter Blossom temporarily. Crazy. Don't know. Weird. Get for Narset. Blimey, my daughter downstairs is crying so loud. I'm very glad that there's noise cancelling. And we just get the High Fade Trickster, which is awesome. Gives all of our spells flash. Yawgmoth and a blood-soaked champion. So do they just want to get rid of that to kill the Esper Sentinel? Probably. Although, yeah, I guess. But then we can just tuck him away with Teferi, so... Blimey, she's screaming super loud. Ooh, Fractured Identity. So we could have a Yawgmoth if we really wanted. And then we'd have protection from, ironically, their Yawgmoth. I actually think I'm going to do that. So we exile theirs and we get... Yeah, Fractured Identity is just so crazily good. Now, granted, we probably aren't going to be able to use them in the same manner. But the fact they can't target our Yawgmoth with theirs is kind of funny. And it has protection, which means we can just block the majority of their creatures. I mean, look, they've got... Oh, to be fair, that's a skeleton rogue. But this recurring creature is a human. Bitter Blossom. Bloomin' Anyone has kids out there, please send help. Daughter's screaming like absolute craziness. Ooh, Planar Cleansing. Maybe we just play this next turn. I'm just going to draw a card. Leyline.
With the cunning mind of the dragon.
Decline that. Interesting. Our Planar Cleansing is just going to absolutely wreck him, I think. But we won't play it this turn, obviously, because we will try and get the Yawgmoth in the following turn. Monastery Mentor. Not too interested in that. Again, it's human. So yeah, I don't want to really play anything extra, because knowing we're just going to wipe the field next turn. Wow. Children screams. Children are tiny, but they have the loudest screams, and it's weird. It resonates through your whole core. Like, I get it, right? It's basically a way for children to have like a safety mechanism. Because if they cry and you don't react, then there's probably something wrong with you, to be honest. But so for instant speed, they got that out with the Infernal Grasp. Okay, now I'm not too bothered about losing Narset and stuff here. I don't really care. I'm just really satisfied with this matchup because we don't have many creatures, so the Yawgmoth is just not going to be that good.
I lost my focus.
And yeah, having loads of board wipes and Planar Cleansing effects is just incredible. I just hope they don't discard it. Village Rites. Having an Ornithopter is interesting. I'd rather just have any other card with a bit of power just to do a bit of damage, because I know they're trying to sacrifice it with the Yawgmoth, but I just think meh. Meh. I'm not that desperate to just draw a card and kill something. And we definitely have an advantage here, not having many creatures at all. Like, I know I'm staring one down the barrel of the gun here with the the high fate trickster, but yeah. Hey, if they want to sack 2 creatures to kill this, go ahead. Weaponcraft enthusiast. More things that make things. Claim jumper. 2 1s. You know what? Pass to them. We literally have flash on a stick. We don't have to do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they've got 8, which means claim jumper now if this comes in, we actually get a land. But here's the thing, now I don't really know if I want to play any creatures. I kind of want them to kill their own guys. Because I know that if I play this, then they will just draw 2. So I'm thinking maybe just not do that. 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm just going to get Teferi and draw a card. Because we actually get to untap 2 mana, right? So we can still use this in their turn if we really want to. Oh, and we have that. Which is really excellent. One, 2, okay. So yeah, not playing creatures might be the way forward. Well, as long as Yawgmoth's out anyway. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can deal 4 to Teferi if they want to. Or I can flash this in. And then try and block the Yawgmoth. Or I can just try and kill 2 of their guys now. Let's see what they do here. Hey, if they want to kill their own guys by killing their own guys, please go ahead. Wow, okay. I guess they're just paying to... Yeah, okay, no, I just realised it's a mate, but the counter on, isn't it? Okay. Shieldred. Ugh. That is horrendous. So now they're actually gaining 1 life. Gross. This could be problematic now. Because now they're not going down. We need some removal, really. Huh? They're just going to keep doing it over and over again, I guess. Can't block. Return it from the game. Okay, fair enough. Draw. Well, I'd really like to stop something. Right, let's just go for Narset first. We're just going to discard the ley line to kill the Yawgmoth. Annoyingly, we're going to take some damage on the way here.
Train in the shadows of giants. Meditate with me.
Damn. Okay, so maybe Yawgmoth is still good, even without us having creatures, but there we are. So do I actually want to tuck Shieldred to bed for the -3? Maybe that is... No, I think I'm just going to draw.
No time for a break.
Oh, Arrow Revelation. Okay. Well, I might as well play this now, because I don't really want to play the High Fae Trickster into it next turn. No real value there, but if they don't have removal, then we can just kind of chump, but we'll see. Maybe they have, I don't know, what 1 black mana spell can kill Claim Jumper. Tragic Slip. Wow. Tragic Slip. Damn. Don't even think about that card, to be honest. So sadly now we lose Teferi and Narset because they had a specific 1 mana removal spell that I've never seen anyone play, and it's not something that you see very much in Brawl. In Modern, 100%. Yeah. This kind of sucks. They just have a lot of really good synergy, basically. Oh, can we win? Can we win? I don't know. The fact they're just gaining life over and over again and they have recursion with this stupid Bloodsoaked champion is pretty annoying. Whirlwind of Thought. Okay. Annoyingly, we have to play this first, really. Otherwise, we're going to lose the Whirlwind. So we'll kill everything. They just have a ridiculous amount of cards. Really, really ridiculous. And you know what? The ridiculous thing is? It's this. It's not much else. It's because they've got the recursion, but... bloody hell. Back up to 6 cards. Crazy. Well, Yawgmoth costs 10, so we'll see. If they kill Whirlwind of Thought, we are going to absolutely struggle here. Luckily, I mean, we've still got removal Narset, the -2, so if they do go for Yawgmoth again, we're probably just going to go for Narset, discard the High Fae Trickster. Oh no. Kirik. Gross. Please tap out. Okay. Can they make Kirik? Oh wow, that's crazy.
Honor the past by bringing its traditions into the future. Think, then act.
Please don't give him +2 power somehow. Oh, thank goodness. That would have been really quite terrifying. And now we have Narset versus a 1-1. Do they have a way to give him power boost or some kind of haste? Can we finally just stabilize? Considering they just have so many cards at all times. I'm just hoping these are creature removal spells. They must be creature removal spells because I haven't played any of them. Oof, okay. They're not going to be happy with what we're about to do, are they? I think we just kill Yawgmoth again and ignore their life total, which sounds a bit risky, but the opponent is just randomly holding priority for no reason. So remember, every non-creature spell we play draws us a card now, so that's excellent. But saying that, I'd rather get something which is not so innocuous. Not sure what the opponent is doing here. Considering to sack this or something? Oh, wow, and a lightning bolt. Incredible. Okay, so the life gain from Narset is also just absolutely insane.
Exhale.
So we gain 5, deal 5 damage. So we actually draw 6 cards from this, which is ludicrous. I think surely we have this in the bag after this. If not, I would be very, very surprised. It is irritating that they have this stupid recursion over and over again, but Yawgmoth is going to be 12 mana next turn. Brazen Borrower. And they're not going to sack the reassembly skeleton. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, we go for Chandra then. And this seems like overkill, but I'm going to get rid of this because for some weird reason they wanted to keep that alive. Oh, okay. Feeling more pumped now, although saying that if they have, discard our whole hand, there's a lot of effects that can just rip our hand to shreds, so we'll see. Blood in the Snow would be pretty bad. They've got a lot of mana. They can do a lot of things. But I mean, if they're just doing the continuation of this skeleton and this guy, I really don't know. Sack a creature to add 2. You know what? I'm actually going to kill this in response to that, just to slow him down. I don't know what it is about that they really want to have. Is that infinite mana? I don't think it is, because it's 2 to return, and then they get 2 each time. It's not infinite, but it is scary. Right, let's resolve this so they stop doing stuff on our turn. Just give me a turn to do what the hell I want, please. Right, now, they don't get any priority now because of this, thank goodness. I'm actually terrified of this artifact, so I am going to blow it up. I fear that there's some kind of infinite mana thing with that.
Many paths
Okay,
lie
let's see what
before me.
Top's cards are.
Oh, this is
House smelled. Ooh, we're going to exile their thing and they stop getting it. Okay, yeah, we're going to stop them from doing that. That is so irritating. We're going to exile it forever, and we get an enchantment version of it, which is just bizarre, but there we are. Kill this because that can't come back. Oh my goodness, beautiful. I kind of can't believe that they're still playing, to be honest. Which makes it even more terrifying to think they must have something insane. People don't normally continue playing unless they have an out. So, God knows what it is. 14 mana plus some X-Spell, maybe? And no, I do not want them to attack either of our Planeswalkers, please. Alright, bring it. What you got? Yawgmoth. Wowzers. We've got so much stuff. Surely they can't last much longer after this, right? Surely.
to open the mind.
Just make sure our life total stays relatively high as well, because God knows what they're going to do to us. Finally! That took an absolute pummeling to get that guy down. I mean, it felt like I was the Hulk and he was Loki, but he still stood up after everything. It's kind of terrifying what he would have had in his hand to continue, to be honest. Okay, turn 1, Leyline. Awesome. Given everything, Flash is one of the strongest things you can literally do in a control deck. And there's a removal spell on top. Okay, we should be fine here, I think. You can kind of start seeing patterns when you play control, like, can you withstand the next 2 or 3 turns? If the answer is yes, then you should be good, but we'll see. Frodo is an equipment build. They can get around us with some cheeky equipments, but we don't have to play anything out immediately here. We can wait and see and react. Prevent all damage dealt to him in their turn. Okay. Sword of Wealth and Power. Okay. So when he attacks, they can equip that. So what do we want to do? I think we definitely want to kill the Frodo. We get to Manifest Dread. Farewell goes away, which is very nice. And then we just take the 1. And then we can play the Ragavan at flash speed. Awesome. Then bounce this Morph. So we can get the attacking with Ragavan. Nice. Spicy. Palantir. And I will just destroy that sword because it is kind of scary. Cool. Seems decent. Frodo costs 4. We've basically doubled his casting cost, which is a significant increase compared to other commanders that are cost more. Oh, it swings around, that's right. Like, yes, it costs 2 than 4, but then that is a big jump. If it's something costs 4 than 6, it doesn't feel quite as bad, I don't think, but because 4 mana to 6 is only 50% increase. Now, Planeswalkers work a bit funny with Flash, because you can flash them in their turn, but it just feels like you're not really getting a use out of them. Oof, there goes the Ragavan. That does mean 1 fewer kill spot for Narset. Stoneforge Mystic. They're going to get an equipment to their hand. Oof, gross. That's a super powerful card to have in the format. What they're going to go for. Fire and Ice. Okay. So they will be able to equip it next turn, which is a bit irritating. It means we can't block. That is literally protection from our deck. We can't play that either. Goodness me, they kind of have us a little bit now. Because if they play land next turn, they can play this and equip it and attack whatever they want to. I think we just have to flash the Narset in their turn. After they've attacked with the sword. Even if they don't have the 5th land, they can just use the Stoneforge to drop it into play. Although they can drop any equipment into play. Which is kind of scary. That is actually terrifying. Any equipment for 2 mana. Oof. So any high cost equipment with low cost equip is ridiculous with this. She has a very funky hat. I feel like if you were working in a forge, you just wouldn't be wearing that garb. That garb is really not designed to be working in super high environments. They're going to return something. Wow, they're that desperate to get that particular sword out. Kind of weird, right? Is that weird? They spent 3 mana to get that sword out of the graveyard when they could have just spent 2 mana to get that sword into play, equip it, and then attack. How bizarre. Unless they wanted to keep mana tithe up, which doesn't work because we have 1 mana up. Go down to the scales. Ooh, that's excellent as well. Oh yes. Oh, Wrath of God. That is an actual excellent selection there. We could just discard this to kill the Stoneforge. You know what? I'm going to be hyper aggressive. Like, ECD is an incredibly good card, but I'm also slowing them down a hell of a lot by doing that. And look at our board wipes. We literally have every single answer for all of their equipments. So please, play your extra sword. Although saying that, Sabine's Reclamation can return 2 things into play. So that's got protection from instants and sorceries. Let's take it out now. If they have any kind of protection, then so be it. They did have Mana Tithe. Interesting. They legit had Mana Tithe. But they saw our hand. Oh, don't know. Weird one. Sadly, we don't have any creatures. Protection from instants and sorceries. Okay. So let's uptick.
Let me help you practice.
Let's destroy the sword. I know they can get it back, but it slows them down a bit. It's a real shame about the Wrath of God. Maybe that would have been the better move, but then they would have had the sword. I don't know. Why are they looking in my graveyard? Suspicious. I really wish I used the Wrath of God now. Although they would have had the sword, but then they can get the sword back with this anyway, so I actually don't know what would have been better. Mana Tithe was kind of irritating, to be honest. Yeah, because now we're lacking removal. But they're also lacking the 5th land. What do you guys think? Should I have gone for the Wrath? That would have killed the 1-1, but they would have had the sword. Yeah, I don't know. That's something I really don't know about. The fact they're missing their 5th land drop is incredibly painful for them. Although now we do have the opportunity next turn to maybe draw, discard something to kill this 1-1. That could be good. Man, they're taking a sweet-ass time. Right, let's get a Seville land. Maybe fix a top card. We just need something good to keep us in the game here. Warhound doesn't feel good. Another removal spell, that's pretty cool. I think we're just going to keep being a distraction.
Many paths lie before me.
And I know that we have Flash, but I'd rather just play the Elspeth and start getting blockers. Because also, if we can get her to ultimate, we can return all our CMC3 stuff to play, which I think is going to be game ending. Because we have Ragavan, Reflector Mage, Law Warhound. Does she get back lands? Return all the land things. That's 3 things, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so there we go. They've got the 5th mana that they need. They keep looking at all my permanents like they've got a Casualties of War, but they bloody better well not. Looking in your graveyard is really helpful just to see where you've kind of come. They've got their own Archangel Elspeth. Huh.
I will put an end to this misery.
Put 2 counters on it, it becomes an angel. Let's just see what our top card is. If we have any Seville lands remaining. We don't. That's annoying. Darn it. 3/3. Where's that coming in then? No, I'm going to kill that. That's kind of annoying. I really want to use that on the Archangel Elspeth itself. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we'll be fine, to be honest. Let's draw and discard potentially. Ring Emperor. Oh, that discarding that feels kind of wrong. No, I'm not going to discard that. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to do exactly what they tried to do to us. AKA, very cheeky. And then, believe this or not, I'm actually going to tuck away their token. Because the whole idea is getting rid of all their creatures, no matter what they are. Just because they don't have any haste currently. And because it's an equipment build, it really does slow them down. Like they can spend a turn equipping, but until they get haste enabler, I think we'll be fine. I'm just glad this is gone, although this doesn't hit walkers. Are they going to have any haste? Luckily, if they play this sword, it's only red and blue protect, so Warring Emperor can actually get rid of that creature. Myrel, so he can't play stuff in their turn. Well, we weren't going to anyway, to be fair. Right, so let's start with the drawing with Teferi, because we know for a fact that's all we can do with him.
Hold that thought.
Land? That sucks a bit. Myrel is irritating because it means that Alailani is useless as well. Okay. I guess we just play the Wandering Emperor out then. Although we probably should have done this Narset first, shouldn't we?
Coming off.
Because then we could have feigned having something.
Let me
Oh well.
help you practice.
So, I think we just create dudes,
Guards, to me.
make it difficult for them.
Form up on me.
Okay. And I think as much as appealing as it is to attack, I'm just not going to. Yeah. 4 planeswalkers. Can we actually do this? Why am I being so oppressed by mono white? It's just got legs, isn't it? It just has legs. This Serene's Reclamation is kind of scary because if we destroy any swords, they can bring 2 of them back. They're probably saving that for some swords. They keep looking at our cards like they've got casualties or multi-select spells. I know they can't have casualties, obviously, but it's always intimidating when people are perusing your defenses. To think this is a Frodo build. Don't remember Frodo using this sword. Where's Sting? I hope Sting's in the deck. Although Sting would actually have been really good on the previous turn because it gives creatures haste. Fire and Ice. Pressure from red and blue. No trample though. And unless they can kill, I don't know. I'm not that scared of this yet. I know they make soldiers and stuff, but that's an interesting attack. Why do they come in with that one? We just gain life for that.
This is hardly my
Oh, wait.
worst defeat.
I forgot to block. I forgot to press block. Did I? Oh my goodness, that was crazy. I literally forgot to actually select the blocker for that. Wow, that was a moment of complete ridiculous stupidness. Alright, okay, fine.
Let thoughts flow like river rapids.
Fine. Did a stupid thing there. Very stupid.
Let me demonstrate the
What did I do
prowess of
wrong?
my
I feel like I
ancestors.
was clearly distracted from the other thing there.
Strong
Okay.
cunning mind.
We've got the edge.
Alright, let's just play stuff out. I'm fed up of making mistakes now. This planar cleansing is going to sting them. The more stuff they kill here, the worse it's going to be for them later. I kind of want them to use the Reformation. Mondrak, oh no. They're going to make 3 soldiers. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. I just had a moment of complete just stupid moron moment. Yeah. What can I say? Misclicked. Or didn't click at all. Oh. It just goes on too long some games and it makes you think, what? Clips. They create a lot of things there. Yeah. Foolish of me. Okay. That Mondrak is pretty crazy. I really want them to tap out though. Please just tap out. If they tap out, we can get every single thing they have. Nope, okay. I feel like we just need to keep drawing with Narset till we find something that can help us stabilize this.
Overwhelming.
Niv.
Meditate with me.
Niv, hey? Do we just wait one more turn before we get Planar Cleansing? Maybe? Or do we just try and exile her now? That might buy us a little bit of time, because that currently is the only thing making the tokens, right? Okay.
This
Saying
is
that,
what you
we
get
won't
for
be able to
hurting my
survive
people.
everything coming into our walkers, though. Yeah, what an odd game this is. Porter Ferry. 4/5. They're going to use the... They're going to use the Danto to create 2 more vampires with lifelink. That's for sure. So do I just spend this turn going for Narset as a distraction? Probably. I basically just need as many distractions as possible.
That which appears mystical is merely the
Just to make them
result
kind of
practice.
overload the board so the cleansing hits. Oh my goodness.
Strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Oh, that's going to be quite amazing. So given that I don't think we're going to be able to save any of our walkers, let's just go in for the kill here. Not the kill, but, you know, we're going to try and instigate some damage because we have double board removals. But yeah, now that Morale is gone, I do feel a hell of a lot more confident. And even though they're probably going to have an indestructible Mondrak, you know, I guess if that's all they have, it's not too bad. We'll see. We might even... I mean, it might even be worth abrading something to save one of these guys. We'll see what they do. Because Archangel Elspeth is currently on 6. Okay. Protection from red and blue. So we can actually still block that. That's fine. Oh boy. Let's see where they go. Right. Very adamant they're going to kill that first. They're going in multiples for that one. What the heck? What does she ever do to them? Apart from kill the Myrel. 3 on that. 3 on that. So they don't care about this one? There's some proper strange attacks coming in. Ooh? I can't even see what's going where. It's really difficult to see where the lines are going. There's 4 going on. I could have basically saved the Narset, to be honest. I think with the Abrade, but
Our swords
when to
will
It's fine.
cross again.
we can actually blow stuff up in there. You know what? I feel like we're getting away with a lot of stuff here. I think the opponent might be playing suboptimally just as we did with the Teferi. I guess it makes it more balanced that we're both doing city moves. Another sword. So it's just legit all the swords. Okay. Temple. So do we even want to bring stuff back with Elspeth? Because we only get, like... Reflector Mage is actually kind of cool because it brings back something to bounce the Mondrak. You know what? I'm going to do it. We've got a lot of options here. And I feel like the Leyline being alive is good. Oh no, that's got protection from red, hasn't it? Yeah, that is a shame actually. Yeah, okay. You know what? She was going to die anyway. I could have got around that by using the braid on here first. Okay. I don't know. Was that the right move? Probably not. Three, four, five, six. I just thought of doing something cool with Niv as well. Like, what if I had 12 mana up, and then I cast Niv Mizzet in their turn, holding priority, and then flash in a board wipe. The board wipe would resolve, killing everything first. And then Niv would resolve after and be the only survivor. We could legit do that. We have 9 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we could do our Revelation and Niv. I really just want them to use his bloody Reclamation. Just bring everything back, please. I can just kill everything. 2 swords on there. I think that's a mistake. We've got 49 life as well, guys. Like, do I even care about some of this stuff coming in? I keep making some strange questionable moves. Like, the thing is, let's say I didn't do that, right? Let's say I just ticked up. I would only have 1 extra soldier. Would it have been better to do that? I don't know. Because now we have 3 things on the field. They really want this monarch to get through, don't they? But I don't think they realise that when you have swords and 1/1s, you should probably diversify the threats a bit. And Ragavan, I literally don't really care about at this point because we have so many cool things we're going to do. Okay. Please just play everything out. Please. I guess Smothering Tithe. Ugh. Oh boy. So do I want to do the Niv thing here? They get an indestructible Mondrak out of this, but we get a Niv. I'm going to do it. Right, we go full control. Hopefully this works. So we go for the Niv. But before he resolves, we cast the Owl. Now, I think this is how that's going to work. So the Owl will blow everything up, and then the Niv comes down. This is why Flash is so cheeky. Let's see if they understand how this works. So they're going to make Mondrak indestructible. If they don't, then some weird stuff's going to happen here. But yeah, I just can't be bothered to go through all the Smothering Tithe stack. It's pretty simple what they have to do. Just make Mondrak indestructible. Or use Teferi's bloody protection, or whatever you have, you know. There we go. That took a long time. They only wanted to use their life for that. How bizarre. They didn't want to use their actual mana and not take the damage. Okay. It's a shame that I couldn't respond with the Abrade. Yeah, there was no time in which I could have done that response. Okay. Right. Having the Braid's actually super useful, because it means we can kill one of the swords they're going to equip to Mondrak. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this last Surveil because we desperately need something good on top. Bloody hell. Desperately not that. And then we'll go for Narset here and draw a card. So Narset's going to be
Mind,
distraction.
body, and soul must
Oh.
meditate with
Oh my goodness. We have the bounce spell. We can literally bounce Mondrak. I think we got super lucky there. Despite all my silly mistakes, but you know what? Mistakes happen all the time. All the time, and recovering from them is the way forward. So, sorry to any haters out there who absolutely despise me. So, here come both the swords. They're coming back. If the spell was cast from graveyard, you may copy. I think the issue with this current player's like ethic is they a bit too focused on the swords going on Mondrak. And if they, I don't know, maybe spreading the swords around a little bit would have meant more diversified attacks. I'm not sure. They're just a few strange things. So that one, let's try and bounce it to the hand because they don't have enough mana now to recast it. They're not going to be happy with that, are they? Oh, we finally got them in the end. But yeah, that was it was still a very tough game, I have to say, because they just had so many kind of ways around us. Morale was up there in the scary cards. Just trying to think, just the combination of everything. The Stoneforge Mystic, I reckon maybe we should have gone for like a bigger equipment and then just cheat it into play, equip it, attack for 2. I don't know why they never did that. That was strange, but yeah, still a tough matchup despite both players, including me, doing silly things. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.